Hey guys, this is your homeboy Josh, and for today, I'm going to be teaching you how you'd actually find a clothing supplier for your business. So, usually, this guide will be used for those people who has business on Amazon or eBay or whatever online platform that is. So, without further ado, let's begin. I'm going to give you the pros and cons first. So, with clothing manufacturer pros, these are the things that you need to take note of. First, you can produce unique clothing items, you can establish your own brand, you can generally sell items at higher prices, you have greater control over branding and marketing. I guess all of those are really, really obvious. So let's move on to the cons. Now, the cons of clothing manufacturers are you have to make a significant investment up front, which is actually really true. You have to buy bulk items that might not sell. This is one of the biggest downsides for me because I guess it's also common knowledge that you cannot or you usually cannot buy clothing items per item. You need to buy them in bulk. Like let's say, for example, you want to buy something like this. So you want to print your own logo on this jacket or this hoodie. So you cannot buy one piece only. You usually need to buy a minimum of 10, 20, 30, 40, or whatever number that is. So yeah, so the next con is you have greater legal obligations, and lastly, you expose yourself to more risk. Now, what do you actually need to look for in a clothing supplier? First, can they make your product? This is one of the most basic. So if your business just involves simply printing logos on plain clothing and stuff, I think that's very easy. But if you need customized fits, customized threads, then that will be a big issue because it's kind of hard to find clothing suppliers that does that. Next, domestic or overseas. So you want to consider also that if they are domestic supplier or an overseas supplier. Now, next, what would be the minimum order quantity? This is one of the things that I've been talking about a while ago. This really factors in because it's um it's it's somewhat common sense because if the clothing supplier allows minimum of 10, you would be saving a lot versus a supplier that has a minimum order quantity of 50, right? So that's one of the things that you really need to consider. Next, what are their shipping fees um and their the other fees that they entail? So next, what is their production capacity, especially if you're a startup, you really want to take this into consideration so that you would not be overstocked because overstocking is also bad for the business. You'd have a lot of stock and just a small part of it are fast moving. Next, what is their standard of quality, and lastly, what other brands have they work with? Now, to simply wrap this video up, all of those things, those questions, you just simply need to answer them. And then those answers should be in line with your personal needs and preferences so that you would have the best experience with the clothing supplier that you have chosen. Because most probably and usually that would be the best supplier for your clothing business. So that's all for today's video. It's that easy, but always please consider every single detail so that you won't mess up. This is your homeboy Josh. Please do not forget to subscribe. I'm gonna see you on the next video. Peace out.